Greetings, cranberries and pumpkins. This is Mad Hatter Patrick. No, I haven't forgotten the upcoming Christmas topic for December. This is a top 10 that I have been thinking for a while, so why not do it this year? Thanksgiving, a holiday where everybody sits at the table, have a feast, carve the turkey, and being thankful to our family and friends. When it comes to the media, there is so little Thanksgiving movies, and the only thing that stands out is the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. But you'd be surprised that there are plenty of Thanksgiving specials on TV, including animated ones. Now for this list, I'm going to count down any animated Thanksgiving specials. It can take place around the holiday or capture its traditions, history, or spirit of Thanksgiving, rather be preparing the feast, giving thanks, making references to the Pilgrims settling in America, just to name a few. So let's give thanks to these specials for being so entertaining. This is the top 10 animated Thanksgiving specials. Number 10. Martha Thanksgiving from Martha Speaks. I know it's a PBS Kids show, but I put Arthur's Perfect Christmas on my top 12 other Christmas specials, so I can still do that. Based on the books by Susan Madaw, it's about a dog who can suddenly speak after eating some alphabet soup, and the show had a good run for teaching others about vocabulary and grammar. The episode is about the family inviting the whole family for Thanksgiving dinner, but Martha came up with an idea to invite her dog family as well, and now she's on a quest to find her mom and 7 siblings. I'm putting this on the list because it does capture the spirit of family on Thanksgiving Day, where Martha not only has 2 families, but we learn about Martha's past before she was adopted. There's a strong relationship between her and her mother, which is the main goal of the episode. Even her siblings have personalities of their own, even though they don't speak like her.
They got adopted together. Their family calls them Cam and Mac. They drive all over the country. They say there isn't a state they haven't sniffed.
When it comes to the education, which that's the whole purpose of the show, they did a good job explaining any important vocabulary words in the episode. I'll admit the rap songs are way too outdated, and I don't care about the side plot with Helen and the Worms. The family quest is the best part because it leaves a trail of clues about Martha's previous life and her dog family's whereabouts. It's a charming episode showing dogs deserve as much thanks as people.
I am the luckiest one here. I have 2 families. Now about that turkey.
Number 9. Generics and Indians from Bobby's World. Bobby's World is a show created by the Deal or No Deal host and Gizmo's voice actor Howie Mandel. The series focuses on a boy named Bobby who has an active imagination. There were some multiple holidays and Thanksgiving is one of them. He goes to a library to get some books, but he gets stuck at a storytime circle and tells a story about his Thanksgiving adventure. His family is going to his grandparents' house, but Bobby wants to stay at home like they always do. There's not much to talk about this episode other than some of the fancy scenes are nice to look at. There's a good comparison in how their van is like the Mayflower voyage, a funny war zone to beat traffic jam, and a nice space dream since their ride looks like a spaceship. By the way, how did his dad get Doc Brown's time machine?
Isn't it a beauty? It was designed for nothing but comfort.
What's this thing called a flux capacitor? Ooh, 2015. I can finally get that hoverboard I always wanted. The one thing that stands out in the episode is the third act, where the Generics car gets broken down and receives some help from Native Americans. Not only does the family get along with their new friends, but we get to see how they celebrate Thanksgiving. It does give a good message on keeping your personal traditions while also trying something different to make it fun. There's even a good blessing about giving thanks to the earth as a whole.
And we are thankful for all the lessons that we have learned from those who have lived before us.
Nice story, good interactions. There's more to think of Thanksgiving besides turkey.
Thanksgiving story? I thought it was a real neat car story.
Number 8. Jerky Turkey. We're shifting the tone into a comedy, and this is the shortest of the Thanksgiving specials on this list. A clueless pilgrim is hunting a turkey for dinner. He finds one, but the turkey decides to mess with him. This is a Tex Avery cartoon, the same studio behind the Tom and Jerry and Droopy cartoons, and it does show. Not only is the cartoon funny, but the idea of a pilgrim hunting down a turkey is a good Roadrunner style show. Which you can definitely tell they are not hiding the fact that MGM was trying to be like Looney Tunes. What's with the copy and paste, Doc? But still, it has a good sense of humor. The opening is hilarious on how they made it to the new world and established the colony. While some of the slapstick and chase scenes gets more entertaining as it goes along, the best character in the cartoon is the turkey. He really wants to be chased by this Pilgrim character. He knows he's going to be the dinner, but he wants to have fun with this guy, even as manipulating him on how delicious he could be.
Look at that white meat. Look at that dark meat. Feel the material in that wing.
Another gag that occurs in the cartoon is this bear holding an E.I. Jones sign, and the payoff to this is comedically cynical. At least the two characters were self-aware that this turkey will never get caught in this yard before the twist ending. It's one of the funniest Thanksgiving cartoons that knows how to do comedy. Number 7. Gem Harvest from Steven Universe. It doesn't take place on Thanksgiving, but it does have a vibe towards it. Steven heads to the barn to visit Lapis and Peridot, but they come across this crazy old guy who is actually the owner of the barn and is Steven's uncle. They decide to try to get acquainted with Andy with a dinner and have him confess that the Gems are part of the Universe family in exchange for Steven's friends to stay in the barn. What makes this episode feel like Thanksgiving is when Steven, his dad, and his Gem friends try to prepare dinner, come together, and give thanks to each other. When it comes to Andy, he's not much of a likable character. We've seen this guy portrayal in other movies and even in real life. He doesn't like the Gem characters based on their appearances, prefers all this stuff to be intact, wants everything to be 100% traditional, and worries about everything around him is changing like his old home and family. At least we learned that they used to be the DeMeo family. That's something. Now, to his credit, he eventually warms up to everyone and everything, especially when he talks to Steven. He soon realized that if he would stay in touch with Greg, he would soon realize he's now an uncle. And even though it's been over 20 years since he left Beach City, there is still time for him to know his nephew and the Gems as family. It shows Andy is still part of family, including the Crystal Gems, and Steven is glad that there's more to his human side besides his dad. Even Peridot admits on giving thanks to him on bringing everyone together. No dangers or monsters involving whatsoever.
Because of you, everyone came out here to the barn, and now we're all in one place together for the first time in a while.
A good message, the memorable moments including from new characters and a couple of funny jokes. It's one of the unique Steven Universe episodes. Welcome to Earth.
Gems don't have family. At least, not before we came here.
Number 6. A Winnie the Pooh Thanksgiving. It's almost similar to Gem Harvest, but it's fully realized and the special is really sweet. Pooh and the gang are preparing everything for Thanksgiving. They brought all their favorite foods, but Rabbit says they're not considered traditional for the holiday, so he assigned everyone with a task to organize the celebration, one of which involves Pooh and Piglet trying to find a turkey. There isn't much to say about this cartoon, but there is a nice moral that most Winnie the Pooh movies or specials often occur. They don't have to follow the Thanksgiving tradition in general, but just celebrate the holiday their own ways. Take the food they brought for instance. We know they're there just to express how much they like their food, like honey, ice cream, acorns, and more, but they give a good explanation that these foods signify who these characters are.
Acorns, a rather small plate, I'm afraid, from a rather small animal.
Fresh biscuits from a recipe passed down by my great Uncle Torbit.
The animation continues to stay true to the franchise, and it's still a lot of fun seeing Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, Gopher, Rabbit, Owl, and Eeyore going on their own adventures. Whether it be blowing up some pumpkins, collecting cranberries, and finding a turkey, which they picture it as monstrous for some reason. The songs are humble to listen to because they focus on being thankful to their friends. It's a special you'll find in the enchanted neighborhood of Christopher's childhood days.
Make each and every day our Thanksgiving Day.
Number 5. Bart vs. Thanksgiving from The Simpsons. This is one of the most serious Simpsons episodes, but don't worry, there are still some good jokes. The Simpsons invite a few of their relatives for Thanksgiving. As they prepare for dinner, Bart got into a fight with Lisa over the turkey and the centerpiece not having enough room on the table. Bart pushes Lisa's art into a fireplace, upsetting her, and the parents gets mad at him, even going as far as saying he ruined Thanksgiving. Refusing to apologize, Bart runs away from home to find Thanksgiving food for himself while the Simpsons try to play normal at the dinner table. There are some other Simpsons Thanksgiving I did like the Thanksgiving of Horror from last year, But this one does have some tender moments, especially when Bart heads to the bad side of Springfield. He comes across a homeless shelter which gives away free meals for the day, and then they suddenly close them down to be ready for Christmas. To show some generosity, he gave away $12 he got from a blood donation and gave it to 2 homeless guys that helped him earlier in the episode. And while Lisa is upset over her centerpiece being busted, she still worries about Bart when he goes missing. Even the parents do get some mature moments, like Homer promised to be nice to Marge's sisters, and Marge admitted that she might have been harsh on the ruining Thanksgiving part. Since the rest of the dinner seems fine, just the kids are distancing themselves for a while. But the biggest moment in the episode is the third act when Bart comes home. While Simpsons fans are familiar with that what-if apology fantasy, yeah, that was bizarre, Lisa tries to talk to Bart and think about the accident he caused and why it's such a big deal. We know him as a prank master, but he can show remorse and can't play victim to escape his actions. Throw in a nod to the Macy's parade and a few visual gags, you might as well call it the best Simpsons Thanksgiving special ever.
We thank thee for giving our family one more crack at togetherness. Amen.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe me for a new review and other project every week. I'll see you soon.